This is Your Financial Wealth with Jonathan Slack, where I show you how to obtain true financial wealth utilizing the personal and business credit systems. But okay, first step, congruency, establishing a corporation. So you got those documents. Now you want to make sure that when whatever address you use, you can use a home address if you're doing a home-based business and if you're only obtaining corporate credit. The banks look down when you go for bank loans and lines of credit and you don't have a business address. So if you can, it would be good to get a business address, okay? But if you can't afford it, just use your home address, okay? Now, the phone number, you want to have a one-page website, like go to Wix. I think it's free. It's really better to have a domain name to your actual corporation, but you can go to Wix and get that too, right? So your document that you get from the IRS for your EIN number, your employee ID number, it's exactly like it's your social security number for your corporation, okay? That's your tax ID number, TIN, right? That's the number that the IRS is going to use to track that corporation in order to tax you, right? It's also the number you're going to use every time you transact business with a bank. You're going to give them, or you set up a credit account somewhere, they're going to ask you for your TIN. So you're going to give them that number. So what's going to happen next is basically you go to irs.gov and you set up your account. It takes 5 minutes. You get your EIN number. Okay, now the address that you use, you want to make sure, listen to me on this point. Listen to me on this part. When you set up your articles of incorporation, your certificate of good standing, your TIN, your tax ID number, you're going to need to put, they're going to ask you for your address. Now, you want to put your address, let's just say if your address is 123 Finch Boulevard. Now, if you put 123 Finch BL on one document, and then on the other document you put 123 Finch BLVD, right? And then you put, on the other document, you put Finch, you spell it all the way out. That's conflicting information as far as the bank is concerned, and I'm talking about the computer. When you call any institution and give that address, BL on one, BLVD, this, that, or when they check whatever, the companies, the lenders, they check out your credit, the computer is going to automatically deny you credit because there's conflicting information, and then you're just going to get the letter. Unfortunately, you know how you read the letter, you're just looking for unfortunately, we could not extend you credit. They're not going to tell you why. And a person is not going to be able to tell you. Like an individual is only going to be able to tell you what they know for their job. Well, you were denied because of some information, you didn't fit the requirements, but they don't know specifically. Now I'm telling you, specifically, you need to make sure that everything is congruent. Everything across the board is the same. If you have BL on your articles of incorporation, then on your certificate of good standing, you have BL. And then on your tax ID document, you have BL. So all your information is congruent. You're going to set up your website, one-page website, and then you're going to set up, you don't have to set up your phone number, whatever phone, you can use your regular phone if you're only going to obtain corporate credit. Now, if you're going to obtain lines of credit and you're going to obtain loans, then you're going to have to establish this corporation at a business address. Okay. Now, once you have the articles, once you have the certificate of good standing, once you have the tax ID number, the phone, and you have your phone number, you have your website, and you have to set up your email. Now, you want to set up a professional email, info@TNN Corporation, TNN Corp, you know what I mean? You don't want to set up a Gmail, or a Yahoo, anything like at Yahoo, you want to set up a info at and the name of your corporation, a professional email. Okay. Once you set those things up, now you have a fully established, congruent corporation, right? So now the first step for you to build this corporate credit so that you can get money in a few months, it's going to take about 6 to 10 months. So this isn't a quick fix. But in order for you to start, the next step 2 is your vendor accounts. Now there are a lot of vendors, but just off the top of my head, there's Quill.com, there's Granger, there's Uline, there's Office CEO, and there's Chevron debit card, business debit card. Okay.